Hello, my friends. Today, I'll show you how I make a spun cotton ornament. This one will be a Parisian bear. We start with the frame. Right away, I twist a small loop for hanging. I like to do it first. It feels more reliable. I check the size against a quick sketch in my notebook, just to be sure the proportions are right. Then I shape the body, adding arms and legs. The sharp wire ends get bent and covered with masking tape so nothing sticks out. The first layer is just larger pieces of cotton wrapped around and held in place with thread. This part is slow, but I actually enjoy it. I wind the thread tight again and again, and little by little, the body takes shape. I check for hollows, add more cotton, and fix it down with the thread. It's not the most exciting stage, but it's important. If you want, you can already bend the wire into a pose, standing straight, leaning a little, or more relaxed. The teddy bear became a worldwide icon in the early 20th century, but even long before that, people saw the bear as a guardian spirit, a bridge between the human world and the wild. For the arms, I wrap cotton tightly along the wire. It holds itself, but I always secure it with thread too. I keep the hands simple, just little ovals, almost like mittens. These ornaments are for winter. The nose is made from a small ball of cotton rolled firmly, with soft edges so it attaches smoothly to the face. At this point, the figure could be anything: a fox, a dog, even a wolf. Only later, when we add cheeks and ears, does it clearly become a bear. In many families, the Christmas tree is like a diary. Each ornament marks a moment in time, a trip, a gift, a handmade treasure. Together, they tell the story of the household year after year. The legs are done the same way, simple and oval. If you're planning to dress the toy, you don't need to fuss over them. Everything will be hidden under trousers or a skirt. When the frame is fully wrapped, we move to glue. I use wallpaper paste or PVA diluted with water. Wallpaper paste is about a teaspoon to a glass of water. PVA I mix half and half with water. Both work fine. I tear the cotton into thin layers and then into small pieces. It's important to use them right away. If they sit overnight, the edges curl and they don't blend as smoothly. Freshly torn cotton lays down without seams. In Germany, where spun cotton ornaments first appeared, children would help shape little fruits and angels with just cotton and paste. They were simple, but they carried the warmth of family evenings spent waiting for Christmas. I brush the figure with glue, press on a dry piece of cotton, and seal it with more glue on top. Layer by layer, I cover bumps, smooth out rough spots, fill the gaps. Eyebrows are just tiny scraps. Cheeks are added little by little, and eyes are simply marked with a sharp tool. And right away, the bear has a bit of character. Some families collect one ornament every year, adding it to the box of decorations. When the box is opened again, it feels like opening a chest of memories. For this Parisian bear, I make a beret. It's just a fluffy piece of cotton pressed to the head and fixed with glue. Small scraps around the edges keep it in place. The ears are also simple. Little pieces of torn cotton with soft edges that blend into the head. For centuries, the bear has been a companion in myths and stories, sometimes a protector, sometimes a trickster, and often a symbol of strength and warmth. Perhaps that's why we still feel so drawn to it. The bear feels both powerful and strangely familiar. Winter can be gray and heavy, but a single ornament can change the mood of a room. These small details remind us that even in the darkest season, we can create our own light. Unwrapping old ornaments can feel like meeting old friends. Even if they are a little worn, they hold the laughter and voices of holidays long gone. I only work as far as I can hold the toy by dry parts. When there's no place left to hold, it has to dry. Otherwise, fresh areas get damaged. So the work goes slowly in steps. Layer, dry, and then more details. The quiet work of making a toy feels a little like the hush of snowfall. Layer after layer, the world slows down and something gentle takes shape. The shirt is made from larger pieces with edges folded in. Torn edges always blend better. Once it's dry, you can't even see where one piece ends and another begins. There is a hush on Christmas Eve that feels unlike any other night. Streets empty, the air grows still, and even the snow seems to fall more slowly. Inside, candles are lit, and the soft glow turns every room into a place of wonder. This is the moment when decorations speak the loudest. A small angel on the tree, a star in the window, a handmade ornament on a branch. They all remind us of the years that came before and the ones still to come. Christmas Eve is less about presents and more about presence, being together, wrapped in warmth, in silence, in light. In a world where everything can be bought quickly, there is something different about creating with your hands. A handmade object carries more than its shape. It carries the hours of attention, the pauses, the quiet breath of its maker. A cotton ornament may be small, but it holds a kind of honesty. It is not perfect, and that is the point. The uneven edges, the tiny irregularities, they are signs of life, like fingerprints. When we decorate with these things, our homes feel more alive because each piece carries not just a season, but a human touch. From cotton pads, I rolled 2 baguettes, marking little grooves with a knife so they look more real. Almost everyone remembers their first teddy bear. Maybe its fur was worn, maybe one ear was loose, but it was loved beyond repair. Children told their secrets to it, took it on journeys, and held it close at night. That bond is why bears remain so powerful. They are both protectors and companions, strong yet soft. Making a bear ornament brings back that memory of safety, of comfort, of having a friend who never leaves your side. It's important to adjust everything while it's still damp, because once it dries, the shape is fixed. Later, I check all the joins, cover them with thin fibers, and strengthen the figure again.
When everything is dry, it's time to paint. I use acrylics, pressing the paint deep into the porous cotton so no white spots remain. The first layers are done in 2 or 3 passes. I prefer mixing colors a little so the surface isn't flat but has soft transitions, darker in the shadows, lighter on the highlights. That gives the figure life.
On dark winter evenings, small handmade things become especially precious. They remind us that beauty can live in the simplest materials: cotton, thread, a bit of color. The eyes are simple, just a dark line and a dot for the pupil. Later, I cover them with glossy varnish so they shine. The stripes on the shirt I paint freehand, not perfectly straight because I like them a little irregular. The red scarf I save for last. Sometimes the act of creating is itself a form of celebration. Each layer of cotton is like a candle lit against the long winter nights. And here he is, the Parisian bear. A little character with his beret, his striped shirt, his red scarf, and even his baguettes. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. I hope you enjoyed watching the process. If you'd like to see more, feel free to leave a like or subscribe. It really helps me share these quiet, handmade stories with you. See you next time.